Welcome back to I-85. Let's continue on to stage 6. Now remember last video I took in some strongs and some toughs when I was against fast. Toughs got slaughtered a bit, so this time I thought I'd do the smart thing. I know, really Milo, really? The smart thing doesn't really sound like you? I have my Jekyll and Hyde moment. We'll pick up a team. So remember last video I was talking about choosing the right leader. So this leader I'm choosing Joshua for all melees, and of course I'm going to equip my team with all melees. Now the ally isn't a melee. Am I worrying about this? Not really, because as you can see, no really ally skill. He's a 1-star. Brock, you know, he's not going to actually contribute too much to the team. Some of these allies, I don't even know why they bother. Honestly, I do not know. So we're just choosing the weapons now, and we're choosing a bit of attack and a bit of defense in there, and we're just re-equipped me battle items here. So of course we have the tear and nerf gas, the replenishers, not the bloody shirts, the replenishers it is, and the salt. Okay, so what we're doing here is basically with my strongs, I'm targeting the fast, and with, of course, my fast, I'm targeting the tough. And we'll just see, I just replenish them up a bit more because they'll get a bit low. And of course this time, because I was talking in the last one, I had Aaron, and he fully self-heals, he doesn't really heal them all. So this time I changed it up and I brought in a healer. So basically I set this team up and equipped it to take on the recommended things. That said at the start I was going to have fasts and toughs, so I brought in strongs and fasts, which of course is the opposite and gives me extra bonus items when I'm hit them. Also brought in a healer to help them out, so I didn't have to use as many replenishers, but they are there if I need them. And of course I've got 2 healers, so, and they're both Glenn and Doc Stevens. And Doc Stevens, of course, is a 3-star, but even though he's a 3-star, he's an awesome healer, and he's sometimes worth it. Cracking, you know, the 3-star thing in the 4, he's an absolute asset to most teams, unless you have a really good 4-star healer. Now Glenn, he is a healer, but he doesn't heal as much as Doc Stevens. That's why I brought them both in. And as you can see, we're going through this fairly easy. I've not used any of my tear and nerf gas at the moment, just simply because the strongs and the fast are hitting them with enough damage, and even though they're getting hit back a little bit and, you know, it's doing a bit of damage, I've got them 2 healers there which are going off, and they're able to, you know, save it enough that I'm not worrying about putting that tear and nerf gas in there. But in saying that, in saying that, let's use it now, shall we? Okay, so I just downed all their attack just there, and which is, you know, fairly helpful. Of course we've got a Michonne in there who also does that, so that's very handy to have. As you can tell, with her in there being that, downing that attack, it just makes it a whole lot easier to kill them while not getting hit. Less times I have to use my replenishers or my healers, but I've not, other than the first wave, I've not really had to use my replenishers because of them 2 healers. So for this level, I'd sort of say to you guys, definitely set up your team with a strong leader. So we have, of course, my Joshua. So if you have the Joshua or something similar with them stats, set it up, and then make sure you have all the melee characters. Even though you got Brock there, you know, is he worth trying to change your team up for? Not really. So you just do what you feel with your 5, and he's just an extra that's just going to be an extra hit every now and then. And if you think about it, he's a tough. Do we really have any alerts in this stage? No, we don't. So he's not really adding that big hit option anyway, so we just don't worry about him when you're setting up your team. Set up your team. I've got 2 healers in it. By all means, have 2 healers. I sort of recommend that for most things. and of course they become more important when it's people. Ultimately, there's certain stages where you need 2 healers because you need them going off at different times to just save your ass enough that you can kill these people. So I reckon if you do not have a very strong high up team, 2 healers, like my team's it's all 4 stars except for 1 and I still use 2 healers, so you know, unless you're bagging a lot of 5 stars, definitely I recommend putting them 2 healers in. Also, I know here I've tend to got people that are more strategic rushers like Maggie, Glenn, Michonne. Josh is only my really one big hitter, so I'd probably say to you, put in more big hitters rather than people that are going to do ground, attacks for the whole team but not actually hit the person. Because with them healers, you're ensuring that you have that time to be able to take them hits but also give out them big hits rather than using them rushes where you get the defense. Though it would be very handy if you have 4-star Michonne or something very similar that can minus their attack, because that just saves your battle items. You're not using your nerf gas. You don't have to use it because you got her or someone very similar hitting them, so you're saving them, and that also gives you that more time for them big hitters to just get them out of the way. So what are we at? Last wave. We're on the last wave already. We've talked our way through this all the way to the last wave, and look, I've lost Brock, as I said. Not really concerned about that, it's only Brocky. Doc Stevens is looking a bit low. I'll put up his defense bit, heal him a bit, heal him again, there you go. So that's just what you got to do. That's why you have the 2 healers, because they alternate and it just saves you. Now we're down to the last person. Yep, there you go, big hitter, that's what you want. Just get them out of the way and done.